We wanted, in working towards a Good Friday Agreement, to build a basis for peace in the sense that all three communities could feel at home there. And the structures of the Good Friday Agreement and the process of negotiating it were designed to that end.
Well, before the Good Friday Agreement, one of the things used to be every morning you got up and had to listen to the news or watch TV, and unfortunately where the bomb was or where the shooting was, or unfortunately the demise of people, and very depressing time, very dark.
For my mum, it was different. As she was older, she remembered feeling emotional, she remembered feeling excitement and hope, but she also felt like quite scared because she knew that her vote would have a great impact on our country and change the future of our lives. She remembers crying when she saw John Hume and David Trimble holding hands because she knew there could be peace.
When the Good Friday Agreement was signed, we were over the moon. We'd grown up throughout the Troubles, and we could then see potentially new Northern Ireland, a new place to live where people could have their own identities but yet feel at one. And we could also have maybe a world that was a bit like what people were having in England at that point, or in Europe.
Within the Good Friday Agreement, there was an understanding that there couldn't be a border on the island of Ireland. The fact that there's no borders in the European Union, it was perfect that both the Republic of Ireland and the UK were part of the EU. When Brexit occurred, that unravelled that whole delicate structure.
The European Union removed the need for borders, and that created conditions in which commerce and movement between the two parts of Ireland were completely unimpeded. The other big change that has fellow members of the European Union, Irish ministers and British ministers, Irish civil servants and British civil servants, were meeting on a routine basis. And in the margins of these discussions, we were able to come to understand one another better, try out ideas privately without committing to them publicly. And indeed the very launch of the talks process that led to the Good Friday Agreement came out of a discussion that John Major and I had at an EU summit, and we had an opportunity, without officials present, to canvass ideas.
Engaging in honest dialogue is not an act of surrender. It is an act of strength and common sense.
Establishing peace and getting rid of old animosities takes time. But overall, the Good Friday Agreement has worked well, but obviously now the key is to get the institutions up and running so that the Northern Ireland Assembly can be effective, and of course the elected representatives from all communities working together for the benefit of Northern Ireland.
Doesn't matter what your religion is or what culture you're from, we're only on this earth for a short space of time. It's up to all of us to pull together, live happy and peacefully together, work out things in government.
What I think we need to try to do now is instead create a shared Northern Ireland identity where we have, or the politicians and people in Northern Ireland have achieved things together that they can both be equally proud of. It's what's important now. We almost need a spiritual change in the way people think in Northern Ireland about themselves and about one another. At the top of the list should be reconciliation and mutual trust.
The Good Friday Agreement is for me the essence of what Europe means, to come together, to overcome splits, nationalistic, also religious, the divisions in our societies, respect each other, work together and contribute to a good future.